Hey, y'all, Gravity, any day above ground living. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your Tuesday. This is not going to be a long live if I can help it. I just want us to pretty much, I just want us to eulogize 4chan. Yes, I do. I'm nice, right? I think it's time. They're done. Maybe we'll use this one. I like this one. Anyway, how are y'all doing this morning? I figure I ask before we get really started. Yeah, I think we'll use that. I don't know if it's royalty free. Let me make sure. It might be royalty free. We turn it down a little bit just in case. All right, let's get into it. So, for those who don't know, 4chan went down last week. They had a hack, and a lot of information got exposed to the internet. So, we're going to look and see what happened. And we're going to have fun. All right, so we got this from First Post. 4chan, internet's most notorious website, is likely dead. The hackers reportedly aligned with rival community Soy Jack Party. Yeah. Claim to have had access to 4chan's backend systems for over a year before pulling the plug. The internet's dark basement, the litter box of the online world, the birther of memes, the web's containment zone, 4chan was always infamous, but now it is quote unquote dead. In a rather dramatic turn, hold on one second, let me turn this down a little bit more. There we go. Make sure we put it on loop. I think it's up. Where do you put in loop? No, that's. Yeah, there we go. All right, back to this. In a rather dramatic turn that shocked little and yet stunned many, the notoriously lawless image board 4chan has reportedly been hacked. The attack was heralded with a full-on defacement. A long-dead board QA rose from the ashes only to display a cryptic "you got hacked" message. Then screenshots claiming to reveal its inner workings began circulating across the internet's back alleys, TechCrunch reported. The hackers reportedly online aligned with rival community Soyjack Party claimed to have had access to 4chan's backend systems for over a year before pulling the plug. Their trophy, what they say is the site's entire source code, admin control panel data, and even moderator and administrator personal details, email addresses, IP logs, and even internal discussions. For a platform that has prided itself on anonymity, the irony stings. The digital blackout has erased, if only temporarily, one of the internet's most controversial corners. Hey, 4chan, what happened? All right, so we'll read this one. On Monday, 4chan went offline around 2:02 p.m. This is from Emerge, whatever the hell that is. With over 1,200 outages reported logged on Down Detector, users on X, formerly Twitter, quickly pointing to a hack by an image board group known as the Soyjack Party, also called the Shardy. The hackers allegedly exploited outdated MySQL and PHP software to access 4chan servers. So they got into the gateway. All right. Launched in 2020 as a site for sharing Soyjack memes. A Soyjack is an emasculated man. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Y'all willingly call yourselves this online. Okay. Okay. Soy Jack Party grew into a major hub for former 4chan users, particularly from the now defunct QA board, the questions and answers section of 4chan that contained messages related to the site's operations. The 4chan spinoff grew into a subculture with millions of posts online. Beyond the culture clash, the breach also exposed sensitive infrastructure and personal data. The hackers accessed back-end information, including user IP logs, email addresses, private messages related to bans, and 4chan source code. Tonight has been a very special night for many of us at the Soy Jack Party. A message on the Soy Jack image board said, today, April 14, 2025, a hacker who has been in 4Cuck's system for over a year executed the true Operation Soy Clips, reopening QA, exposing personal information of various 4Cuck staff, and leaking code from the site. 4chan admins had taken all servers offline to contain the fallout, though the post claimed that the servers were already fully compromised. The post also noted a surge of 4chan refugees arriving on the Shardy, many clashing with the site's culture. For new teens, the last old gods, and everyone in between, the user said tonight has been cathartic. New teens are internet slang for new teens, newbies who are seen as clueless about history or culture and viewed with disdain by longtime members. Once they gained access, the hackers leaked source code, admin logs, and email addresses of moderators, known on 4chan as janitors or jannies, some of which were linked to real names and edu domains. The situation escalated when faked screenshots featuring, now y'all gonna love this part, .gov email addresses began circulating online, fueling conspiracy theories that 4chan was a government honeypot, or they could just had people in there monitoring them. But, you know. According to cybersecurity collective VX Underground, the roots of the breach may lie in longstanding tensions between 4chan's QA board, once used for site discussion, and the LGBT board, which became a target of user raids. When moderators shut down QA, some of its displaced users migrated to Soy Jack Party, where resentment towards 4chan's leadership continued to grow. And then they said this is allegedly the source code. For the pseudonymous Smelly, their names are so creative, is it not? Who identifies as the founder of VX Underground, the war between 4chan and Soy Jack is business as usual on image boards. Quote, nerds got mad because they accused 4chan of being more akin to Reddit now and asserted 4chan had lost its edge, in much less kind words, Smelly said in the Telegram chat with Decrypt. So they left to soyjack.st, the forwarded domain, and some people from there decided to compromise 4chan. This isn't really shocking behavior. These image boards and chans have historically always had conflict with different boards or domains, Smelly noted. I can't take this person seriously when their name is Smelly. Launched in 2003, 4chan is an anonymous image board that spawned viral memes and online movements while often operating outside the norms of mainstream platforms. The QAnon movement is believed to have originated on its poll board in late October 2017, as well as several popular memes, including LOL Cats, Rick Rowland, Wojaks, and Pepe the Frog. Over the years, 4chan has spawned many high-profile and controversial incidents that have shaped internet culture in the world. At one time or another, the board targeted Scientology, Sarah Palin, and Trayvon Martin. Had to find some way to put black people into it, but okay. It also played a central role in Gamergate, a movement that harassed women who were prominent in online gaming. It was one of the first places where meme culture was harnessed as a political and cultural weapon. The recent data breach underscores the irony that 4chan, a site built on chaos, is now being undone by it. No, 4chan is not Asian. I know a lot of people thought that because of the Chan, but it's actually owned by a white man. I think it's like 2 white people. Yeah, Christopher Poole. We looked this up years ago. This is a whole white man. And no, it's not Tim Pool's brother. There's your guy. So allegedly he started this when he was 15. So we already knew. Yeah, they did get bought out. Somebody bought it. Well, not bought it per se, but somebody took it over. And Chris Poole stepped down. And then he became a leftist and went to do a TED talk. Let's see who owns it now. So we have a TV personality from Japan who is an administrator on there. This is even better. It's funny, we can create and we can't even get into these incubators so we can get some funding, but some white boy in school can create a message board and then he gets invited to major functions to speak. Must be nice. But, you know, it is what it is. But like I said, this isn't going to be a long live. I'm going to pull a Lisa Cabrera live real fast. I'm going to try to keep it under 20 minutes. But I just find it funny that we're here now and 4chan is... We didn't have this on the bingo card. Well, let me see what they're saying on X about 4chan. Let's see. The fact Jannies on 4chan had private reasons to ban people is hilarious. It shows how much of power-tripping idiots they are. Hero, after taking ownership, literally did nothing to improve the site. Moon should have thought twice about who would succeed him. So the Japanese own it. I guess this is their answer to Weibo. With 4chan being killed, Elon needs to code green text into this platform. No. He wants to appeal to the scumbags and the rich elites to invest in the platform. Well, it's XAI now. He don't even own this, but you know. 4chan being a glowing honeypot is probably one of the least surprising things to come out this year. Can we get rid of Reddit like they got rid of 4chan? Actually, Reddit serves a purpose, though. 4chan users revealing they've been on Twitter the whole time. Well, you know they got to migrate somewhere. "4chan is CIA. Tell me something we didn't know." I spent my peak neuroplasticity on 4chan and now I can sense minorities through walls. 738,000 views. Must be nice. Must be nice. Do we even know who is this 4chan? Wow, Brooke Baldwin. Is she even still around? Or did she age that they had to take her off TV? Turns out they really never knowing what 4chan is worked out well. What the hell is that? But yeah, like I said, this is not going to be a long live. I just wanted to throw this. I know this could have been an upload, but I wanted to see if any of them 4chan idiots would try to explain this. And they just start using all this terminology we don't know nothing about, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, y'all. Next Wednesday, I hope you'll be here. Let me shut off this music. All right. Next Wednesday, I hope you guys will be here because next Wednesday will be officially 100 days of Trump being in office. And I was listening to the tariffs live that I did that beautiful Sunday when he got punked by Mexico and Canada. And remember, a whole bunch of people came in there and said, trust the process. Watch what he does. It's going to be better. Well, I promised that I would be live that day. And we're going to be live. I want all of them to come back. We're going to have a reunion of sorts. And we're going to have fun. And I want them to explain to me all this winning. I want them to explain these tariffs to us because I need this. I need this. We all learned a lot. We need this. So hopefully you'll join us. Now, I set it for 9 a.m. If I'm working that day, we will do it at 9 a.m. If I'm off, we definitely going to do it in the afternoon. I want maximum coverage. Any updates on Soy Jack? You going to screw up my search thing? All right. I don't even want to go in there. I don't even want to see what's going on in there. Let's see. That was a week ago. Let's see if anything happened. Yeah, nah. I ain't even going in there. I don't see anything. They probably still laughing about it. So, screw them. Anyway. So, yeah, we got a lot of information. And trust and believe, that same live, we're going to be playing clips out of it. I want them to explain this. And it will be on the vertical live because I want all of them in there. Because when it's StreamYard, they don't, for some reason, they don't see it. And if it's a great day outside, we will be outside. Because I also did say I will be outside with that. So we will sit in the chair again. And I want them all to explain this to me. Where all this winning is. They're right now trying to explain Pete Hegseth, talking about he's great. The reason why they're attacking him over that second signal leak is because he's doing his job. What? What? Okay, I hope y'all keep that same energy when we have our terrorist attack this summer. I hope y'all keep that energy. Because all of a sudden now, there's going to be jokes up saying, well, you know what? If you'd have put that stuff in the signal leak, maybe America would have known and we could have adjusted. We could have probably prevented it. That's what's going to end up happening. But again, we'll see. By the way, the market is about to be open and it fell 900 points. So, yeah. Yeah, y'all like that, right? There you go. I know the fools on 4chan will be talking about this right here. You see that right there? See that right there? 5 days, almost a week, down on 538 points. Yeah, where's all this winning, MAGA? This is a month. This is this month. Where's all this winning, MAGA? Come on. The trolls can't have a field day. No, you know what? You're right, brother man. They are going to have a field day. We're going to run them like a three-legged sack race. That's how we're going to run them. I want them to come in there and explain this. All we going to have the data. I want them to explain in the first 100 days how the hell this man dropped the stock market 4,000 points. How do you do that? How is this your year to date? How? You almost lost 10% in 4 months. How do we do this? This is winning. This is winning. This is winning. Okay. This should be fun. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all enjoy your Tuesday. Stay diligent out there. Oh, one last thing. I guess I shouldn't show you this, but I saw this yesterday. They really don't want us flying. This happened yesterday in Orlando. They were about to take off. And yeah, right engine caught on fire. I want to see how they're going to blame us for this. Yeah. But anyway, y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.